Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Well, we're going to look at the new Flor Del Valle Sky Flower from Warp Cigars for 2021. Here it is, and they call it a Toro 5 5/8 by 48. I guess that's close enough. There's your density. Now, Flor Del Valle, if I'm saying that correctly, literally means flower of the valley. Now, this cigar first debuted in 2014. Usually comes in a different size every year, and this year they went with the 5 5/8 by 48 size. Last year I reviewed, I believe it was a Lancero that was almost impossible to draw through, and I didn't rate it well. Note-wise, flavor-wise, it was fine, but just you couldn't draw through it. Now, this cigar is made in Aganorsa's factory. Uses a Nicaraguan Jalapa Corojo wrapper from 99. The binder is Nicaraguan, and the filler is Corojo 99 and Criollo 98. So, that is the short of it. Not very long. Let's get right to it. The new Sky Flower for 2021. All right. Good draw. Very nice. We've got a nice amount of a very sweet, juicy orange citrus. Underlying apricot, brown sugar, and cinnamon. A very thick, nutty nutmeg. Very thick nutmeg. A little bit of earthiness and light leather at the base. We'll call it black pepper at about 7. So that is how you start. It is quite sweet with that citrus note, and there's underlying apricot, which is also sweet, brown sugar. Nice start. The leather is rather light at this point, but the nutmeg is quite prominent. It's very thick right between those two. So that is how you start. First third. Any notes are about the same. I have pinned down that nutty nutmeg flavor. I think it's cashews. It's cashews with that nutmeg. And it's quite noticeable. Now you still have your citrus and your apricot and brown sugar and cinnamon. But then you get a very nice helping of nutmeg and a cashew thickness. And light leather at the base. Finishes some of the apricot and light leather with pretty good lingering black pepper. Medium bodied, not very powerful, but it's a good cigar. For me, I think the cashew, the amount of it kind of holds it down, and you won't think so from the score, but I'm rating it 93 for the first third. I think it could be a little higher if it didn't have all that concentration of the cashew nutmeg, but it's not bad. So, that's your first third. Into the second third. And not a lot has changed. The leather has increased somewhat, but it didn't hurt anything. You still have predominantly your apricot and brown sugar and cinnamon. The nutmeg with the cashew influence is still there, but it's sort of gotten a little more in line. It's not that bad. Still medium bodied. Finish is predominantly apricot with a little underlying leather and good lingering black pepper. Cigar is sort of had a net zero influence as far as the score. So I'm going to hold 93 for the score for the second third. I hope the leather doesn't increase a lot more, because if it goes up much more, that will affect the score. But right now, it's not hurting it. So let's see what we have in the final third. Well, we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. Didn't change much. There's a little more presence of earthiness. Not a lot, but some. Still have mainly your apricot, brown sugar, cinnamon. The nutmeg, which was so prominent, is not as much of it anymore. It's not as noticeable. You will notice a little earthiness, just a little bit of earthiness, and the leather. And for that reason, I'll drop it 92. It's not quite at the level it was in the first two thirds, but it's a good cigar. I mean, you can't go wrong. Finish is apricot primarily, good lingering black pepper. Medium bodied, leaning toward medium full. But your overall score is 92.67. So it's a good cigar. There's nothing wrong with it. Over last year, it's a lot better because you could draw through the cigar. So it means a lot. Can't draw through it. It's hard to tell what the flavors are. So there you have it. The Warped Skyflower for 2021, 92.67.